We've seen it before. The Skulls, Eyes Wide Shut, even Suspiria. Is Aries, the Dutch series on Netflix, a ripoff of all of these, or is it something new? An aspiring medical student joins a secret society against the recommendation of her friend and finds in there a world of power and dark mystery. Now, Aries really does have a feeling of those movies that I listed, and possibly even more of them. I don't think there's really any way to get around it when you have a show or a movie that's based on a secret society. I mean, those are going to pop into your head, whatever that happens to be, and you're going to draw some parallels to it. Now, this review is not going to have spoilers, but I did do an explanation video, so if you end up watching the series and you're like, what in the world did I just watch? Well, you can check out my explanation video. It's chock full of spoilers. I've linked it up in one of here or in the description below, so you can watch that at your leisure if you want to find out more about what is entailed in the series itself and what all of the visual imagery and just the story pieces mean. This is an 8-episode show, and each of the episodes are under 30 minutes, so it's a fast watch, but it's intense. The opening scene is going to mess you up with the juxtaposition of just this happy tune and then the imagery that goes along with it. It sets the tone for the rest of the show. It's acted pretty well with a lot of brooding, but that also fits with the storyline. There's an element of mystery to this horror show as well, because through the imagery, we don't know really what is real and what is imagined, or what somebody is experiencing, or what just some of the drugs that maybe they're taking, or just the stress, or whatever, the guilt, or the anguish, or the anger, whatever the emotions that they're feeling, are these conjuring up something that is not really there, or is what we're seeing actually happening? I liked that I couldn't trust it. I liked that it kept me guessing, because that meant I was intrigued and I was engaged the whole time through. Now, the visuals in this are great, but they are disturbing and disgusting at times, so you are not going to want to eat while you watch it. Trust me, there are moments where it's just like, no. I really like the themes that are explored in this as well. There's power, ambition, and guilt. And they do it really well, that they just interweave all of that throughout the show and really dive into it, especially guilt. I like the main character of Rosa because of her drive and her determination, but I also didn't like her 100% of the time, and I think that's the point, that we're supposed to disagree with some of her decisions, disagree with some of her actions, which puts us then at conflict with her, and it adds to the intrigue of the show. It adds to the watchability, because now we have a character who we kind of care about, but also we're like, I don't think you should be doing that, or really, you're going that way, I don't like you now, but I want to root for you because I certainly don't like any of the other people. The visuals are good in this, and some of the scenes, like I said, are disgusting or even gnarly, and it's just like, oof. But I found myself wanting to see more in a lot of the scenes. Some of them were just really dark, and while some of that was used to draw your focus in, other times it was just, it was almost too much, and I would have preferred to just see a little bit more of the scenery around. And maybe that's nitpicking a little bit, but for me, even though it is a horror series and it is meant to be dark, some of it was just too dark. Like, I couldn't see some of it, and I wanted a little bit more light, and it wouldn't have ruined the tension or the mystery or the horror or the suspense by doing so. This is a dark show, so if you're in the mood for something kind of heavy, now not Marriage Story heavy, but still something that's not going to leave you with a joyous feeling at the end, then you might want to check it out. I mean, the acting is good, the story is great, the pace is really good because it moves along, but it doesn't feel rushed, and it's not boring either. I mean, and especially because you have such short episode lengths, you can move through them really quickly. Me, I killed 4 hours, I binged the entire thing, and really enjoyed doing so. I'm curious if there's gonna be a season 2. I mean, the way that the series ends, there could be one, but also if they don't do one, it's wrapped up nicely. So I think they've ended it really well. I tried to find out if there was going to be, and some people were like, well, it ends on a cliffhanger. Well, sort of, but not really. I mean, you can just end it how it does and be okay with that and let it just hang there. But maybe they will make a season 2. We'll see. There's sex, nudity, profanity, and a lot of gruesome violence. I give Aries 4 out of 5 couches. So what's a good non-English horror series that I should be checking out? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.